Hi everyone, Anthony Ouch Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Dijon album, Absolutely. This is the debut full-length album from California singer and songwriter and multi-instrumentalist Dijon, a guy who I heard some buzz from last year off of a few semi-popular singles, as well as this How Do You Feel About Getting Married EP. How could I forget this cover art? But actually, I kind of lost touch with his stuff, but then was later reminded of him through Gene Dawson, who highly recommended the material he was coming together with on his latest LP here, saying it was shaping up to be really good, which was in fact the case. And while Absolutely isn't a perfect record, I hope it does make Dijon an artist to watch, because there is a lot of potential packed in this LP. One of my favorite things about this project is the vibe. Yes, the vibe. Every track on this thing sounds like it was born out of a really great impromptu live session packed with a bunch of musicians. Or at least that's what the performance videos on Dijon's YouTube channel seem to imply. And there's just an intimate, organic, and amazing feel to these recordings as a result, especially the subtler ones, like the opening track Big Mike's, which is this slow, serene ballad, very easygoing, sets the tone for the record perfectly. It features touches of singer-songwriter music, R&B, with some bedroom aesthetics. Dijon's voice sings passionately over these gentle but raw bits of guitar, keys, drums, and bass. The track just has a beautiful and entrancing performance, along with Noah's highlight reel, which interestingly pulls together elements of R&B, jazz, as well as country, in a way that honestly I've never heard before. And not only is it a great performance, interesting blend of sounds, just beautiful song, but it's got a theater of the mind quality to it as well, with the sound effects and the crowd and commotion sounds, the ambient noise. It really has a strong sense of place that is a little surreal. The whole thing feels like it's taking place in a dream I'm having. I also want to give a shout out to the song Rodeo Clown, whose vocal performance kills me. Dijon's heart-wrenching vocals singing about you're missing out, like the way his voice is just cracking, is shattering on that track is just, it's devastating. It's so distraught. So yes, the slow burners are great, and there are some bops in the track list too. Many Times is a slick and rockin' cut with one of the best vocal performances on the entire thing. I love how manic the verses are on this track. They're so fast, they're so intense, but it slows down perfectly into this surgical and insanely catchy chorus. Aesthetically, with all the instrumentation, there's this weird collapsing of some 80s sounds, some 90s sounds, again, like bedroom pop aesthetics from today, and somehow it all works. I mean, of course, the song being great and the performance being killer helps. Then the track The Dress is packed with this romantic nostalgia. Icy keyboard, smooth groove. It's beautiful, it's melodramatic, it sounds like the soundtrack to a scene from an 80s rom-com. Talk Down's another hard-hitting highlight in the track list too. Sees Dijon messing with some breakbeats, as well as strange and somewhat unsettling vocal overdubs. So yeah, all these tracks I mentioned I like quite a bit, but they're all surrounded by cuts that don't really bring as strong a structure or an idea, maybe are a bit on the short side. That's not to say that they don't have their moments though, like with God and Wilson, for example, which comes to this weirdly beautiful country shoegaze finish. But yeah, some tracks on this LP just aren't as well developed, are just shorter or more scant than others, which I suppose is sort of the case for the project overall too. So yeah, while there are great ideas on this LP, very good performances, fantastic live instrumentation, it does leave me wanting more and wondering how another Dijon record would sound were it to be, I guess, a bit more planned out. Still though, I do recommend checking this project out because it's got a lot of great stuff on it, and Dijon, again, is certainly somebody who I'm going to be keeping tabs on for a minute. Feeling a light to decent 7 on this one. Transition, have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like, please subscribe, and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head, it's another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Dijon, forever.